The Korea Meteorological Administration has announced it will publish its first ever white paper on heat waves as the country experiences record-breaking temperatures this summer.
올여름 전국이 기록적인 폭염에 시달리는 가운데 기상청이 사상 처음으로 폭염을 다룬 백서를 발간한다고 발표했습니다. Now, a white paper is a sort of a guide, right?
It is. Officially, the definition is it's a reporter guide that informs readers concisely about a complex issue and presents the issuing body's philosophy or position or stance on that matter. You hear it a lot in government.
Right.
When, let's say, the foreign ministry here in Korea announces its defense white paper, it clearly states what the administration and the government's position is on its defense.
Right. When it comes to a heat wave or a heat related white paper, we're talking about what to do in certain situations?
Yeah, to be specific, the KMA, it's going to release this white paper later this year, and they'll cover mainly, first of all, the history and the causes of heat waves.
Okay.
They'll provide midterm and long-term forecasts and examine the impact of heat waves on society and how timely it is. Wish we could have had it maybe a year prior because we're in the middle of record-breaking heat here. 28 straight days of tropical nights here in Seoul, which is unprecedented. Now, the KMA has issued other white papers in the past, mostly on monsoons and typhoons, but this will be the first time ever on heat waves specifically.
Well, better late than never.
Sure.
And who knows, next summer might be even hotter.
Yeah,
so this
because
is...
that's the trend right now, it seems.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, it is very timely. And it is the first ever.
Yeah, if something's the first ever, it's unprecedented, it's never happened before or experienced before, unparalleled or unrivaled perhaps.
네, 사상 최초다. The first ever라고 합니다. 그리고 백서 얘기를 저희가 조금 전에도 했지만 영어로도 그대로 white paper라고 합니다. 그래서 여기서 말하는 보통 이제 정부가 만드는 어떤 보고서죠. 가이드라인 같은 것인데 이제 이 폭염에 관해서는 그 역사와 앞으로의 전망 그리고 이제 어떠한 영향들을 미치는지 그런 것들을 이제 쭉 나열하는 그런 백서가 발간될 예정입니다.
And not just governments, businesses also publish white papers as well to outline a specific policy or project that they're working on.
Good point. Well, here's the headline again. The Korea Meteorological Administration has announced it will publish its first ever white paper on heat waves as the country experiences record-breaking temperatures this summer. Okay, let's move on to the next headline.
The number of young people opting to remain economically inactive without a specific reason set a new record in July, according to Statistics Korea.
통계청에 따르면 국내에서 특별한 이유 없이 경제 활동을 하지 않는 일명 쉬었음 청년 인구가 지난달 역대 최대치를 기록했습니다. dear.
Yeah, it's a troubling sort of trend here. According to Statistics Korea, 443,000 people aged 15 to 29 were economically inactive last month. That means they're doing nothing to make money, or for that matter, they're not even actively searching for jobs. And that's up 42,000 year on year. And it's the largest for a July since the nation ever started recording this sort of data. And of those 443,000, 3/4 of them have no intention of finding jobs in the future. And this is a very troubling trend for the economy. These so-called discouraged job seekers, back not too long ago, from 2013, around 2017, it was in the 200,000 range. And in that time, that number has grown, has actually doubled.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, it dipped slightly, but it's back up to over 400,000 now. And that means a lot of young people are discouraged right now. There's no opportunities, or there's a big mismatch in the demand and supply of jobs for these individuals.
I understand that one of the biggest reasons that this age bracket, decide not to get a job is because they cannot find a job they like or they want.
And that's the mismatch we're talking about, right?
그렇죠. 이렇게 구직 활동을 하지 않는 이유 1위는요. 원하는 일자리가 없어서라고 합니다. But as I said, this particular age bracket, it is already, shrinking.
Yeah.
So to have people in that age group not working is extremely problematic for the country.
It's very troubling because they are the future. They have their entire lives ahead of them to be socially and economically active. But if they get off on the wrong foot like this, then they're going to be discouraged. And it says a lot more for the long term of South Korea's economy.
Indeed. Well, they're choosing not to work or opting not to work.
Yeah, precisely what you just said, opting means to make a choice. The word option comes to mind, especially when when you're deciding in favor of something. You opt to do something, but you can also opt out of something. You see this in legal documents a lot of times, or when you sign up for an internet website. Sometimes you have to opt out to do things, which, the onus should be, I think, on the business
Right.
or the consumer to allow them to opt into a service. But a lot of times you're automatically signed up to do something and you actually have to opt out of it.
So if you're unsubscribing,
Yes.
is that opting out?
Exactly. You're
Okay.
opting out of that service.
아, 그렇군요. 우리가 무언가를 구독했다가 뭐 일시적으로 해지를 할 수도 있잖아요. 요즘에 많은 그 스트리밍 사이트들이 보면은 그냥 일시적으로 구독을 취소했다가 다시 구독할 수도 있는데 그럴 때 unsubscribe라는 표현도 있지만 이렇게 opt out라고 표현할 수도 있습니다. opt라는 게 뭔가를 선택한다는 뜻이고요. opt to do something, 뭘 하기로 택하다. opt out, 그걸 하지 않는 겁니다. Specific reason, what's that?
Yeah, these workers or these unemployed individuals, they have no specific reason, meaning they don't have an exact or precise explanation or justification as to why they're not searching for a job.
그렇죠. 구체적인 분명한 이유, 그게 없다는 겁니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. The number of young people opting to remain economically inactive without a specific reason set a new record in July, according to Statistics Korea.
France has put the country's health system on maximum alert level amid an increasing number of mpox cases being confirmed outside of Africa.
네, 아프리카 이외 지역에서 엠폭스 감염 사례가 늘어나자 프랑스가 자국 보건 시스템의 감시 체계를 최고 수준으로 격상했습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so France is responding to the World Health Organization and the European Center for Disease Prevention and Control after they raised their alert level. French Prime Minister Gabriel Attal wrote that there have been over 100 cases detected in France alone, and that's why their response is to raise the alert level to this maximum alert level. And this goes along the line of France saying that they're in international solidarity with the international community to provide vaccines to those affected countries in Africa, because the situation is getting a little serious here, because last week the WHO declared a public health emergency of international concern.
그렇습니다. Mpox, previously known as monkeypox, is spreading, as you said. Initially, it was the African countries, but in parts of Europe, they're seeing cases there. I believe there was a case in Pakistan, in Asia as well.
Yeah.
And so it does seem to be spreading, and the WHO has said this is now an endemic. All right, so tell us about this expression here, amid something.
Yeah, so France's move or their response is amid something, in the middle of something. That word mid is in there, or against the background or backdrop of something happening. So because these cases are being confirmed outside of Africa, that's what led to or prompted France to make this move.
All right, 뭐뭐 하는 사이에 amid something. middle이라는 단어의 어원이 거기 들어가 있죠. 그래서 뭐뭐 하는 중에라는 뜻이 되겠고요. Confirming, what does that mean?
Yeah, we hear this word in Korean a lot, right? Kompom. To confirm something is something that is verified or corroborated. That means there's evidence against or in support of that. So if there are confirmed cases, that means these are verified cases that have been acknowledged by, let's say, the health authorities.
네, 뭐가 확인됐을 때 confirmed 됐다라고 합니다. 아, 그리고 제가 이제 그 WHO가 뭐라고 발표를 했는지에 대해서 다시 한번 확인해서 말씀을 드려야 할 것 같은데요. The WHO has declared mpox a global health emergency,
Emergency, okay.
not an endemic.
Yeah.
그래서 이제 세계 보건 지금 비상 상황이다라고 global health emergency라고 지금 mpox에 대해서 세계 보건기구에서 발표를 한 상황입니다.
Yeah, if it was an endemic, it would be everywhere around us, right?
Yeah,
We would be
yeah.
living with it on a daily basis.
그렇습니다. So it is indeed a public health emergency or a global health emergency. All right, here's the headline again. France has put the country's health system on maximum alert level amid an increasing number of mpox cases being confirmed outside of Africa. Now here's our next headline.
French film legend Alain Delon, known for his tough guy persona and once described as the most beautiful man on screen, has died at the age of 88.
자, 그래요. 이제 터프가이 역할을 맡으며 한때 영화계 최고의 미남 배우로 불렸던 전설적인 프랑스 배우 알랭 드롱이 88세를 일기로 세상을 떠났습니다. 알랭 드롱 하면은 정말 잘생긴 배우. 어떤
Yeah.
그 잘생김의 대명사였잖아요, 오랫동안.
He's very well known here in Korea, I understand. I think he was a little before my time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm not completely familiar with his work, but I do. That's how legendary he was.
그렇죠.
I'm not familiar. I didn't live during his prime, but I still am aware of who he is. He broke out back in the 60s, I think. He was in a number of movies. I think the movie Purple Noon was his big coming out. He was in dozens of other motion pictures, but he was also a very colorful personality.
Right.
His personal life was in the spotlight a lot. Most recently, he was involved in politics, which raised a little bit of controversy in France. He supported the far right over there, but you can't deny the fact that he was a legend in motion pictures and film. And our thoughts go out to his family and rest in peace to Alain Delon.
Yes, exactly. 한국에서는 예전에 이제 한국의 알랭 드롱이다라고 하면은 한국의 제일 잘생긴 배우다라는 의미로 이렇게 닉네임이 붙여질 정도였는데 그게 이제 예전에 이제 신성일 배우가 그런 닉네임을 가지고 있었다고 해요. 이제 젊은 시절에 너무나 잘생겼었기 때문에 한국의 알랭 드롱이다 이런 이제 말이 나올 정도였는데 그 알랭 드롱이 이제 88세를 일기로 별세했다는 소식이고 가족이 이렇게 발표를 했는데 정확한 사인이 나오지는 않았습니다만 그래도 이제 건강상의 이유로 한동안 활동을 못하고 있었고 활동뿐만 아니라 그냥 대중 앞에서 모습을 한동안 보이지 않았습니다. 자, film legend죠?
Yeah, absolutely. A legend is someone that's extremely famous or notorious, especially in a particular field. We use the term living legend, someone that hasn't died or passed away yet, but is legendary. We'd say is a living legend. A legend is a story that's been told and brought down from generation to generation.
Exactly. 전설적인 그런 영화인 film legend라고 표현할 수 있겠습니다. 나중에 이제 세월이 많이 지나고 나면은 Shane Ham, the radio legend or the news legend 이렇게도 얘기를 할 수 있겠죠.
How do you spell legend? S-U-J-I-N, right?
S-U-E.
S-U-E-J-I-N. Excuse me.
don't-
I was talking
can't
about someone
believe it.
else. How do you know I was talking about you, Sue?
Sorry. S-H-A-N-E. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
자, film legend는 어쨌든 영화계에서의 전설이다 이런 뜻이 되겠고요. And he's also being described as a persona, a tough guy persona.
Yeah, he had this persona, this this image, this identity. It's used to describe the personality of a person,
Sure.
such as an actor or a politician.
Yeah.
You can have a public persona and a private persona, and a lot of times it's completely different for a lot of people.
네, 맞아요. 여기서 말하는 persona, 우리가 외래어처럼 이제 페르소나라고 하기도 하는 게 이 단어입니다. 그러니까 어떤 모습을 나타내는 거죠. 알랭 드롱은 이제 그 tough guy의 역할, 그런 모습을 많이 보였다고 하고요. 그러나 이제 외모 자체가 워낙에 수려했기 때문에 가장 아름다운, 가장 잘생긴 배우다. 이런 수식어도 늘 붙어 다녔다고 합니다. 저 역시 사실 알랭 드롱 세대가 아니어서 저도 이제 잘은 몰랐었는데 찾아보니까 정말 그렇더라고요. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. French film legend Alain Delon, known for his tough guy persona and once described as the most beautiful man on screen, has died at the age of 88. Now here's our final headline.
International gold prices soared to an all-time high last week amid expectations for a rate cut in the United States and escalating tensions in the Middle East.
미국 금리 인하에 대한 기대감이 커지고 중동 지역 긴장이 고조됨에 따라 지난주 국제 금값이 사상 최고치를 기록했습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so the price of gold for an ounce surpassed $2,500 last week, and I believe it's dipped down according to the latest numbers a little below that, but $2,500 would be a record high. And what happens is when this happens when interest rates go down.
Right.
And like it said in the headline there, the United States is expected to cut its rate, the central bank there. And what that makes people do is they tend to veer towards more stable assets like gold.
Gold, yeah.
Gold becomes more appealing than other income-based assets like bonds. So that's what we're seeing happening here. U.S. gold futures jumped 1.8% to $2,500, over $2,500, as well as gold bullion, actual gold there as well. And gold is used as a hedge against inflation. And what economists and what market watchers, what they hate the most is uncertainty and fluctuations, drastic fluctuations. And so it's a telling sign when gold prices actually go up.
그렇죠. 여러 지정학적인 위기들이 들릴 때 보통은 이제 그나마 좀 안전하다, 그렇게까지 오르락 내리락하지 않는다라고 여겨지는 자산인 금 값이 오르죠. 현재 상황이 그런 상황입니다. We're looking at many different reasons, and one would be a rate cut and expectations for that.
Yeah, so a rate cut is a decision made by a central bank. In this case, we're talking about the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. And it's a decision, when you talk about a cut, it's reducing its main interest rate. And it's usually to influence rates charged by other financial institutions because whatever the central bank does, it trickles down to your local bank.
Yeah.
And it affects what borrowers, what they borrow at, the rate at which they borrow at, like bank loans, housing loans, car loans. But it's bad for lenders and savers. So it's good for borrowers because the interest rate is low, but it's bad for if you're a financial institution or if you're just trying to put away some money for a rainy day.
Exactly. 자, 원래는 interest rate cut라고 해야지 맞겠지만 interest라는 단어를 그냥 생략해서요. 예, 미국의 중앙은행이 금리 인하를 하려는 움직임이 있다. 그런 말을 할 때 the Fed looks to be going ahead with this rate cut. 그래서 그냥 rate cut. rate는 원래 금액이죠. 그렇지만 여기서 말하는 거는 금리, interest rate가 되겠고 cut니까 인하입니다.
And the Fed, you're talking about the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank, right?
The Central Bank of America.
Here in Korea it would be the BOK, the Bank of Korea.
네, 그렇습니다. 미국의 중앙은행, 우리가 이제 줄여서 연준이라고도 하는데 연방준비제도, 영어로는 the Federal Reserve, 줄여서 그냥 the Fed. 자, 그다음에 escalating tensions.
Yeah, when we ride an escalator, we go up or down.
Yeah.
In this case, when things escalate, they increase rapidly or they become more intense or serious. And that's what's happening in the Middle East, where tensions, or we're talking about hostility, animosity, these sort of things, opposition between individuals and groups, that's increasing right now. So basically, there's a lot of violence and tension happening there.
맞아요. escalate라는 동사는 올라간다는 뜻이 있습니다. 그래서 escalator가 올라가게 만드는 그 기기라는 뜻인데 물론 좀 헷갈릴 수 있는 게 에스컬레이터 타고 내려가기도 하는데
We don't call it a de-escalator, right?
맞아요. 그 맞는 말이지만 원래 escalate라는 단어 자체는 내려간다는 뜻은 없고요. 올라간다는 뜻만 있습니다. 그래서 escalating tentions라는 것은 고조되는 긴장 상황을 말합니다. Right, here's the headline again. International gold prices soared to an all-time high last week amid expectations for a rate cut in the United States amid escalating tensions in the Middle East. Well, that's it for the headlines with our newscaster, Shane.
The number of self-employed people in the country fell for the sixth consecutive month in July, according to Statistics Korea, as the nation's economy grapples with weaker consumption.
국내 경제가 소비 부진을 겪으면서 지난달 국내 자영업자 수가 6개월 연속 줄어들었다는 통계청 발표가 나왔습니다. Tell us more.
So last month we were at 5.72 million self-employed people, down by 62,000 from the same month last year. And it's been 6 months in a row that we've had this decline. It's been the longest decline we've had since COVID-19. And that means we're also down in terms of self-employed businesses. So businesses with no employees, they were at 4.27 million last month, and that was down 110,000 on year. So we're seeing this big decline and a continuous decline.
Well, let's get right to our first expression because this is key to understanding the story. What is a self-employed person?
Me.
And me.
Yes. If you work for yourself, if you do not have a boss, if you are a freelancer or a contractor, if you are not an office member or a member of a company, there's a good chance you're going to be self-employed.
네, self-employed 자영업자를 말하는데요. 이제 self-employed person or I am self-employed 이렇게 얘기할 수 있는데 말 그대로 하면은 내가 나를 스스로 고용했다. I am self-employed. 이런 단어들이 들어가 있는 표현입니다. 자, 그리고 자영업자가 그래서 지금 6개월 연속 줄어들었다라는 얘기인데 왜 그러느냐? One of the reasons seems to be the Korean economy grappling with weaker consumption.
Yes, and if we're talking about grappling, let's talk about traditional Korean sports. Let's talk about shirum. Yes, because that's the image you can have in your head of two big burly men holding on to each other's underpants
Yeah.
as they try to knock the other one over. Wrestling would be another good example.
Yes.
That idea of sort of tackling someone and pushing and pulling, this is grappling. And it means you're trying to deal with something that's not easy, something that's troublesome or difficult or
Yep.
painful, whatever it is. It can be something physical, it can be emotional, it can be mental. I often grapple with difficult expressions. How can I explain this word in English on air? I don't know, Sue. I don't know.
자, grapple with something이라는 것은요. 무언가를 해결하기 위해서 노력한다는 뜻인데요. 원래 grapple이라는 거는 아까 씨름 잘 말씀해 주신 것 같아요. 씨름할 때 우리가 이제 우리는 아니지만 어쨌든 씨름 선수들이
I mean, you can do it, Sue, if you want to.
한 번도 해본 적이 없습니다. 보통 이제 씨름 선수들이 다른 선수를 이렇게 꽉 붙잡고 이렇게 넘어뜨리려고 하잖아요. 그래서 꽉 붙잡고 그다음에 뭔가 고생하는 모습 이게 원래 그래플링이에요.
네.
그렇지만 이제 비유적으로 썼기 때문에 무언가를 해결하려고 한다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. So Korea is grappling with weaker consumption. 한국 경제가 지금 소비 부진을 가지고 꽉 붙잡으면서 이걸 어떻게 해결할 수 있나? 이걸 지금 겪고 있다는 얘기입니다.
네.
다시 한번 읽어볼게요. The number of self-employed people in the country fell for the sixth consecutive month in July, according to Statistics Korea, as the nation's economy grapples with weaker consumption. Let's move on to the second headline.
The Korean Baseball League has set a new single-season attendance record with more than 8.47 million spectators as of Sunday.
올 시즌 한국 프로야구 누적 관객 수가 지난 일요일 기준 847만 명을 넘어서면서 한 시즌 최다 관중 기록을 세웠습니다. Okay, tell us more about this.
It's not even over.
Right.
We're only 80%. Only at 573 games.
Okay.
You know, we've got a few more to come, which means we're already onto a record-breaking season. So yes, on Sunday there were 5 games. There were over 91,000 tickets sold, which brings us to this 8,475,664 people in attendance for the 2024 season. It's huge, and they're thinking if it carries on this way, by the end of this season, this year's attendance could even top 9 million or even 10 million, which would be the first time it's ever done that.
와우, 지금도 기록적인 누적 관객 수입니다. 847만 명을 넘었다는 것도 현재 an all-time high인데 앞으로 지금 시즌이 끝나지 않았기 때문에 더 늘어나서 누적 관객 수가 900만까지 가지 않을까 이런 예상이 나온대요. 지켜봐야겠습니다. 그럼 사람들이 이렇게 가서 경기를 보는 것을 영어로 attendance라고도 표현을 하네요.
Yes, the attendance or the figure for attendance is the number of people there, the number of people attending. If you attend something, you take part in it or you are watching it.
네, attendance는 보통 우리 학교에서 출석이라는 의미로 많이 쓰는데
Take attendance.
그렇죠. 그렇지만 여기서는 우리가 이제 야구 경기에 뭐 출석했다 이렇게 말하진 않지만 영어식으로 하면은 이건 말이 돼요. 그래서 보러 갔다는 뜻입니다. 네. 자, 그다음에 spectator는 그런 사람이죠.
Yeah, we'll go back to traditional wrestling, shall we?
Okay.
Shirum.
Yeah.
Because when you have a shirum match, like Chuseok, well, who's there? Spectators, people in the audience, people watching. What's interesting with the term spectator is we use it for people attending a sporting event or another big event, maybe even some kind of festival, but we don't use it for movies or for theatre so much. For that, we just stick with audience.
Exactly. spectator라는 거는 관중, 보는 사람이란 뜻입니다. 그래서 스포츠 중에서도 spectator sport라고 아예 이름이 붙여진 스포츠들이 있어요. 이거는 보는 재미가 있는
Yeah.
그런 스포츠가 되겠습니다.
Exactly. You look at in the States, we're talking about American wrestling. That's a big spectator sport.
Yeah.
It draws in hundreds of thousands of fans cheering for their favorite wrestler.
그렇죠. 그래서 꽤 긴 시간 동안 이렇게 뭐 팀끼리 서로 대결을 펼치는 경기들을 보통은 스펙테이터 스포츠라고 부르는 것 같아요. 보는 재미가 있는. 물론 모든 스포츠가 보는 재미가 있지만 특히 관중들이 cheering을 하면서 이겨라 하는 이런 느낌일 때 좀 많이 말하는 것 같습니다. 자, 스펙테이터가 관중이고 조금 전에 attendance는 원래 출석이지만 여기서는 역시 이제 관객 수 정도로 해석을 할 수 있겠어요. 다시 한번 헤드라인 읽어보겠습니다. The Korean Baseball League has set a new single season attendance record with more than 8.47 million spectators as of Sunday.
One of Russia's most active volcanoes has erupted, spewing plumes of ash into the sky over the far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula and briefly triggering a code red warning for aircraft.
러시아 활화산 중 하나가 폭발해 화산재 기둥이 극동 캄차카 반도 상공으로 뿜어져 나온 가운데 한때 항공기 대상으로 위기 경보가 발령되기도 했습니다. Alright, tell us more, Paul.
Yeah, there was this 7.0 magnitude earthquake
Wow.
that struck that east coast early on Sunday. And then this volcano, the Shivaluk volcano, started erupting, started sputtering and spewing afterwards. The ash cloud that they recorded was stretching over 490 kilometers. It's quite a huge expanse, and that meant they had to put this code red to put aircraft on alert because of the ash cloud. However, no commercial flights were disrupted. There was no damage to aviation infrastructure. Everything's okay, but certainly I think people were a little worried for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you just said sputtering and spewing. We can almost hear it in these verbs, can't we?
Absolutely, it's the SP, the Yes.
네, 이미 이 단어에서도 이게 탁탁탁 튀는 느낌이 드시죠?
Yeah, like
spewing이 뭘까요?
splash, splat, splish. They all have this similar thing, and it's the forcing out or the powerful movement of liquid. So with spew, liquid is coming out of something with force, with power.
네, 맞아요. S-P-E-W, spew는 뭔가가 뿜어져 나오다, 분출되다라는 뜻입니다. 근데 이미 이 단어 자체에서도 그 느낌이 있어요. 그래서 비슷한 단어로 sputter라고 할 수도 있고, 그 다음에는 비슷하진 않지만 우리가 이렇게 뭔가 뿜어져 나오는 것 중에 갑자기 침이 이렇게 나왔으면은 you could spit something, I guess. 그것도 이제 spit 사운드가 있어서
Yeah.
갑자기 생각났는데요.
Exactly. So it's all has that similar feeling, but the difference between spew and sputter, spew is with force in one stream. Sputter is little bits and pieces coming out.
Got it. 그런 차이가 있네요. 또 spewing 그러면은 한 번에 굉장히 많은 화산재가 뿜어져 나오는 느낌이라면은 sputter는 조금씩 타타타타 이런 느낌.
Like the sputtering sound of an old car when you start the engine and it
Yeah.
doesn't start properly. It goes. It sputters.
알겠습니다. And when you say something happens briefly, what does that mean?
Sorry, my explanation for that last word wasn't brief.
It wasn't brief.
If we do something briefly, it means we do it quickly. We do it in a short time, like this.
네, 잠시 동안 뭔가 할 때 briefly 한다라고 표현할 수 있겠습니다. 자, 다시 제가 읽어볼게요. One of Russia's most active volcanoes has erupted, spewing plumes of ash into the sky over the far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula and briefly triggering a code red warning for aircraft. Here's our next headline.
Dozens of people have been injured in Germany after two gondolas of a Ferris wheel caught fire at a music festival near Leipzig, according to local media outlets.
독일 라이프치히 인근 음악축제 현장에서 대관람차의 곤돌라 2대에 화재가 발생해 수십 명의 부상자가 나왔다고 현지 언론이 보도했습니다. Tell us more.
A very scary incident. They don't know the cause of it quite yet, but this happened at the Highfield Festival, which took place at a lake near Leipzig. The fire started in one of these gondolas, it then spread to a second one. Luckily, there was no one in the gondola, in those two gondolas at the time.
Right.
However, 23 people, at least 23 were injured. 4 suffered from burns, 1 suffered injuries from a fall. And also, several others were taken to hospital for possible smoke inhalation. A very scary experience, but luckily nobody died and nobody was in those gondolas.
Inhalation means you are inhaling something, so you breathe it in.
Yes, exhalation is breathing out.
Right? Exactly. Now, what's a gondola?
Well, if you go to Venice, you'll see a lot of gondolas. There
Yeah.
are those beautiful boats with singing men with long poles who push you along the canals. But we use this term for Ferris wheels, for cable cars, for ski lifts. These gondolas are the vehicle or the carriage in which we sit or stand.
네. 그 대관람차에 있는 각각의 칸이라고 생각하면 될 것
네.
같아요. 그거를 이제 곤돌라라고 표현을 할 수 있겠습니다. And this news was according to local media outlets.
Yes, and a media outlet is a company that publishes some kind of media, often news in this case. So it could be TV, it could be print, it could be radio, it could be online. EBS is a media outlet.
Yeah. media outlet라는 거는 이제 언론 매체라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 외신을 말할 때는 foreign media outlets라고 얘기할 수 있고요. 지금 이거는 현지 언론이니까 local media outlets.
Yes, whereas EBS is a national media outlet.
It is for Korea. 자, 다시 한번 헤드라인 읽어보겠습니다. Dozens of people have been injured in Germany after two gondolas of a Ferris wheel caught fire at a music festival near Leipzig, according to local media outlets. Now here's our final headline.
The iconic hat worn by the titular character in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom has fetched $630,000 or more than 838 million won at auction.
영화 인디아나 존스 마궁의 사원 편에서 주인공이 썼던 상징적인 모자가 경매에서 63만 달러, 우리 돈으로 8억 3,800만 원 이상의 금액에 낙찰됐습니다. Alright, let's talk Indiana Jones then.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second movie,
Yeah.
and it was brilliant. I loved it as a kid. I loved Indiana Jones. I still love Indiana Jones. And Harrison Ford, for me, is just the best action hero ever.
Yeah.
And I think somebody agrees because they bought it. In fact, there were 37 bids for this hat from the second film. And it was worn by Harrison Ford. It was also
Yeah.
worn by a stunt double. And it was in some of those big scenes, some of those big stunt pieces in the movie. And, well, it's a gorgeous hat. The hat he wears, this fedora, is made of sable-coloured rabbit felt. It's got a dark brown ribbon. It's got a leather sweatband. And it was worn by Harrison Ford.
Yes, Indiana Jones, of course.
Yes.
So instead of saying the hat was worn by Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones,
Yes.
we don't want to say the same thing twice.
No.
We say the hat was worn by the titular character in Indiana Jones.
Yes, titular from title, and the titular character means their name is in the title. So Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, well, his name is right there.
That's right.
Iron Man is Iron Man. Spider-Man is
Yeah.
Spider-Man. They are titular characters.
네. titular라는 이 단어는 타이틀과 같은 어원이 있어요. 그래서 타이틀에 나오는 인물이라는 뜻입니다.
네.
그러니까 만약에 기자회견을 하는데 Now please welcome onto the stage the titular character in Iron Man 이렇게 말하면 아이언맨의 제목에 나오는 캐릭터를 모시겠습니다. 그게 아이언맨이겠죠.
네.
그래서 여기서는 인디아나 존스 영화의 제목에 나오는 캐릭터가 썼던 모자가 경매에 낙찰이 됐다라는 뜻으로 The titular character in Indiana Jones wore this hat 이렇게 말했습니다.
You know, if you weren't real, Sue, you'd be the titular character of this show.
My name
'Cause
is
it's
in the
Chase
title.
Sujin Morning Special.
Yes, indeed. 맞아요. 자, 스펠링은 T-I-T-U-L-A-R, titular인데요. 제목에 나오는 제목의라는 뜻입니다. And how much was this hat sold for? Well, it fetched quite a lot of money.
Yes, whenever we talk about auctions, this word often comes up because it's the word we use to describe how much money was made by this item. We
That's
talk about
right.
it fetched this amount.
fetch하고 액수가 나오면은 이만큼에 팔리다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다.
Yeah, but fetch plus stick is only to do with dogs.
Exactly. fetch라는 단어 자체는요. 가지고 오다라는 뜻이에요. 그래서 우리 강아지들에게 공 던져줄 때 fetch라고 하면서 많이 공을 던지죠. 그럼 가져와라는 뜻인데 여기서는 이제 낙찰이 됐으니까 이만큼의 돈을 가져온 물건이 된 거죠. 결과적으로는.
네.
그거를 영어식으로는 이렇게 표현을 하고 얼마에 팔렸다. It fetched 600 and what was it? $30,000 이렇게 표현을 합니다.
It's a lot for a hat.
It is. 다시 읽어볼게요. The iconic hat worn by the titular character in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom has fetched $630,000 or more than 838 million won at auction. Well, that's it for our headlines with Paul Matthews.
The southern island of Jeju came under the direct influence of Typhoon Chongdari on Tuesday night as strong winds and heavy rains hit along the country's southern and western coasts.
어젯밤 강풍과 폭우가 우리나라 남부 및 서부 해안을 강타하면서 제주 남부 지역의 태풍 종다리의 직접적인 영향권에 들어섰습니다. 네, 그 남부 지역이요. 직접 영향권에 들어섰다는 소식이고 tell us more about this.
Right, so a typhoon advisory was issued for waters far off Jeju, while preliminary advisories were issued for the island and waters off the country's south coast. This is, of course, according to the Korea Meteorological Administration. So Jeju was expected to receive up to 100 millimeters of rain through Wednesday, while the maximum instantaneous wind speed on the island was forecast to be between 20 and 30 meters per second starting Tuesday afternoon. The typhoon packing winds of up to 19 meters per second and with a central pressure of 998 hectopascals. And in response to the approaching typhoon, the Interior Ministry also activated a level 1 emergency yesterday morning, with Minister Lee Sang-min ordering related ministries to make thorough preparatory measures to minimize any sort of damage occurring from the typhoon.
Right. I understand that the name of this particular typhoon was submitted by North Korea. And of course, we know that the names of typhoons in Asia are submitted by all the different countries in Asia. Oftentimes they're birds, flowers, you name it. But this time around, I believe it's the name of a bird. To come under the influence of something, what does that mean?
Right, so if you come under the influence of something, it means you are affected or controlled by something. But you might have heard this expression being used when someone is driving under the influence of something, and that means you are intoxicated or under the influence of alcohol.
Exactly. Come under the influence. 영향을 받다라는 뜻입니다. 그런데요, 운전할 때 음주운전을 하다라는 것도 영어식으로 말하면은 그 술의 영향을 받았다라는 뜻으로 driving under the influence라고 합니다. 물론 the influence of what가 나와 있지 않지만 운전할 때는 driving under the influence라고만 해도 음주운전으로 해석이 되죠.
It's sort of a set expression.
It
so we
is.
just say DUI,
Yeah.
and that is driving under the influence of alcohol. And it means you have had some sort of alcohol before you drove, and it's breaking the law.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Of course, in America, when you say DUI, it could be under the influence of drugs as well.
Drugs as well, yes.
But, you know, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, it's all just called DUI. 자, coming under the influence 역시 마찬가지로 무언가의 영향을 받다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 뒤에는 of 하고 무엇의 영향인지 붙이면 되고요. Southern and western coasts.
Right, so a coast is the part of land that's near the sea, the edge of the land. And when we're talking about southern and western, it means it's situated or maybe directed towards or facing towards the south or the west.
그렇죠. 남부와 서부 해안을 Southern and Western Coasts라고 얘기할 수 있겠습니다. 자, 다시 한번 제가 헤드라인 읽어볼게요. The southern island of Jeju came under the direct influence of Typhoon Chongdari on Tuesday night, as strong winds and heavy rains hit along the country's southern and western coasts. Let's move on to the second headline.
Consumer sentiment in Korea worsened in August after improving for 2 straight months, with the central bank attributing the decline to concerns over a potential U.S. recession, a stock market downturn, and recent settlement failures by e-commerce platforms.
2달 연속 상승했던 국내 소비자 심리 지수가 8월 들어 악화했습니다. 이에 대해 한국은행은 미국 경기 침체 우려, 주가 급락, 전자상거래 플랫폼의 미정산 사태 등을 원인으로 꼽았습니다. Let's talk about consumer sentiment.
Right. So consumer sentiment had been seeing some improvement for 2 straight months before it worsened in August. So this is according to the Bank of Korea. On Tuesday, the Composite Consumer Sentiment Index posted 100.8 in August. It was down 2.8 points from the previous month. It marks the first decline after rising 2.5 points in June and 2.7 points in July. A reading above 100 indicates that optimists outnumber pessimists. And the BOK attributed the decline in consumer sentiment, of course, to concerns over a potential U.S. recession. There's been a stock market downturn. And of course, there's been the recent settlement failures by e-commerce platforms that's been affecting a lot of people domestically.
Right, many different attributing factors you mentioned there. When we talk about attributing, what are we talking about?
Right. So when you are attributing something, it means you are regarding something as being caused by someone or being caused by something.
Attribute A to B라고 하면은요, A를 B의 결과로 본다. A 때문에 B가 일어났다. 이렇게 본다는 겁니다. So the central bank has been attributing A, B, C, D, E for consumer sentiment going down. 자, 그다음에는 이제 e-commerce platforms가 그 중에 하나인데요.
Right. So e-commerce platforms are sort of the the software, or it could be hardware as well, that hosts an application or a service. And e-commerce is electronic. It's short for electronic commerce. It's the trading of goods and services online.
네, e-commerce 플랫폼은 바로 전자상거래 플랫폼이라는 뜻이 되겠죠. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Consumer sentiment in Korea worsened in August after improving for 2 straight months, with the central bank attributing the decline to concerns over a potential U.S. recession, a stock market downturn, and recent settlement failures by e-commerce platforms.
The Philippines has reported a new case of mpox, marking the first instance since December last year, according to local health authorities.
자, 필리핀에서 지난 12월 이후 처음으로 엠폭스 확진 환자가 나왔다고 현지 보건당국이 밝혔습니다.
Right. So mpox has been causing quite a stir around the world. And it seems that the Philippines has reported a brand new case. It's a patient. It's a 33-year-old man with no recent travel history outside the country, which is why I think it's more concerning for local health authorities. They say that symptoms began over a week ago with a fever followed by a distinctive rash appearing on his face, back, the back of his neck, trunk, groin, palms, and soles. This was reported by the Philippine Department of Health. They say that the last reported mpox case in the Philippines was back in December of 2023, and the Philippine Department of Health indicated that all previous cases were isolated, treated, and recovered successfully.
Right.
As we know, mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, it's been declared a public health emergency of international concern by the WHO since early 2024. Over a dozen African countries have reported cases, with the Democratic Republic of Congo accounting for more than 90% of these cases.
네, 주로 아프리카 국가에서 많이 발생하기는 합니다만 유럽에서도 또 이제 아시아에서도 엠폭스 사례가 나오고 있습니다. 그래서 세계보건기구에서는 Public Health Emergency of International Concern, 국제적으로 지금 우려할 만한 그런 세계보건 그 위험 수준이다 이렇게 보고 있는 건데요. 자, 첫 번째 단어는 an instance of something입니다.
Right, so an instance is an example or a single occurrence of something. It's like a particular situation, an event, or a fact.
Right. 사례라는 뜻이에요. An instance. 그래서 우리가 for instance 이렇게 하기도 하죠. 그러면 예를 들어서인데 그게 이러한 사례도 있다라는 직역의 의미가 있습니다. Health authorities?
Right, so health authorities is used to refer to the government entities which administer health laws, or the health department. So in Korea, we would refer to the KCDA or the KCDC as health authorities.
네, 그래요. Health authories는 보건 당국이 되겠습니다. 다시 한번 이제 WHO 세계보건기구가 이제 엠폭스를 지금 어떻게 선포했는지를 말씀을 드리자면은 Public Health Emergency of International Concern. 우리말로는 공식적으로 국제적 공중 보건 비상사태 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. The Philippines has reported a new case of Mpox, marking the first instance since December last year, according to local health authorities. Here's our next headline.
Archaeologists have conducted the first space excavation on the International Space Station, discovering a rich cultural landscape where crew create their own gravity to replace Earth's and adopt module spaces to suit their needs.
국제우주정거장에 대한 최초의 고고학적 연구가 진행됐습니다. 이를 통해 승무원들이 지구 중력을 대신할 방법을 찾아내거나 자신의 필요에 맞게 모듈 공간을 조정하는 등 풍부한 문화적 사례들이 포착됐습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so this is really interesting because you would think that archaeologists go and they dig through, dirt that's thousands and thousands of years old to discover artifacts from people who lived thousands and thousands of years ago. But they actually do things like this. They go through relatively recent stuff.
Yeah.
Because the International Space Station is actually only 23 years old. And it's the first permanent human settlement in space. So they went in and they tried to discover, because people, they leave traces and they build their own culture wherever they go. So they wanted to know what the people up on the ISS do that's different from people here on Earth. And they studied the displays of photos. There's religious icons, artworks made by the crew members there. Because there's people from all over the world. They go visit the station.
Exactly.
And they one of the things that's really different about the people who are up there is that they don't have gravity. So they have to adjust to life without gravity. So they were found to use simple technologies like Velcro, resealable plastic bags. These astronauts are using them to recreate the earthly effect of gravity up in space. So they're creating that sort of environment in a microgravity environment and creating their own sort of different living environment there. So it's an archaeological finding that you would expect. It's a different sort of civilization, I guess,
Right.
up in space that people looked into that you would not expect because they're up in space and we're here on Earth.
그러게 말입니다.
Yeah.
보통 우리가 생각하는 그런 고고학적인 연구는 아니에요.
No.
왜냐하면 이게 국제우주정거장에 대한 연구인데 ISS가 23년이 됐군요. 문을 연 지가. 그리고 한 280명 정도가 다녀갔다고 합니다. 그래서 이제 거기서 실제로 어떻게 지냈는지 그 주변의 환경은 어땠는지와 같은 것들이 연구 대상이라고 합니다. Cultural landscape라는 표현을 좀 볼게요.
Right. So the cultural landscape describes it's sort of like a historically significant property that shows evidence of human interaction with the physical environment. So the cultural landscape up in the ISS would be very different from us sitting here in this sort of cultural landscape in this studio.
문화적인 모습 내지는 문화적인 경관
Yeah.
이렇게 해석을 할 수 있는데
Yeah, like the environment, I
그렇죠.
guess. Yeah.
네, 환경이 어땠는지를 본다고 볼 수 있겠고요. Suits one's needs.
Right. To suit something means to fit it properly. So if something suits your needs, it means it matches or supplies the services to your needs as well as it can.
Right. Suit someone's needs라고 하면 누군가의 필요를 충족시키다라는 뜻입니다. suit 누구누구라고 하는 표현을 영어에서 많이 쓰는데요. suit yourself. 그러면 네가 좋을 대로 해.
Yeah.
이런 뜻이 되겠고요. 맞춘다는 의미거든요. suit 누구누구라는 게. 여기서는 이제 어떻게 해서 그 상황에 맞게 스페이스 모듈을 만들었는지 그 외에도 우주 환경에 적응한 여러 가지 흔적들을 이번에 고고학 연구를 통해 밝혀내고 있습니다. Archaeologists have conducted the first space excavation on the International Space Station, discovering a rich cultural landscape where crew create their own gravity to replace Earth's and adapt module spaces to suit their needs. Let's move on to the final headline.
A pair of misplaced scissors has sent a Japanese airport into a major security lockdown, leading to dozens of flight cancellations and delays.
가위 한 개가 분실되면서 일본의 한 공항이 수색을 위해 대대적인 봉쇄에 들어갔고 이 과정에서 수십 건의 항공편이 취소 및 지연되는 일이 발생했습니다. 그러니까 이 일이 지금 일단락된 거죠?
Yes, they found it.
아, 그래요.
They found it after a day.
그러면은 사실 a pair of misplaced scissors sent 이렇게 단순 과거로 지금은 이제 바꿔야 되겠네요.
Yeah.
보통 이제 has sent라고 하면 지금도 유효한 그런 뉴스가 돼야 되는 건데
Yeah.
가위는 이제 찾았다고 합니다. Tell us more.
So 36 flights were canceled and 201 flights were delayed at this Japanese airport. It's the new Chitose airport in Hokkaido. And this was over the weekend after a pair of scissors went missing in a store near the boarding gates. And what I thought was really amazing about this is that they were actually able to know that the pair of scissors went missing because it's very easy to not even know that something like this goes missing.
Right.
But I guess the security there is very thorough. So they knew, they found out that it went missing and they went on the search for it, but they were not able to find it. So they just locked down the entire airport. So all these flights were canceled, all these flights were delayed. They had to suspend everything for about 2 hours on Saturday morning, leaving hundreds of travelers temporarily stranded at the airport. They tried to locate the missing scissors. They were found at the same store the following day.
아, 그렇군요.
Yeah, so they resumed everything after a couple of hours without being able to find the scissors, but they were able to find it the following
Because
day.
it's a potential weapon.
Yeah.
잠재적인 무기가 될 수 있기 때문에 이 가위 같은 게 이제 사라졌을 때는 상당히 이제 우려스럽죠.
It's very dangerous, especially at an airport or if it gets carried on, you know, with one of the passengers, who knows what will happen.
Exactly. 자, 이게 일본 홋카이도의 치토세 공항에서 그 국내선 쪽이었다고 하는데요. 한 상점이 왜 공항 안에 여러 가지 상점들이 있잖아요. 그 상점의 가위 한 개가 사라진 겁니다. 그래서 이제 대대적인 수색과 그다음에 비행기 지연, 연착, 뭐 그 취소 등등이 있었어요. 그리고 하루가 지난 다음에서야 그 같은 가게 안에서 발견했다고 합니다. 네, 근데 아마 위치가 옮겨지고 또 그 우왕좌왕하는 속에서 찾지 못했나 봐요.
Yeah.
처음에는.
Yeah.
그래서 가위가 혹시라도 누가 가져가서 위험한 일이 발생할까 봐 일단은 공항이 올스톱이 된 상황이었는데 다행히 하루가 지난 이게 다 주말에 일어난 일입니다. 예, 토요일 날 이렇게 일단은 맨 처음에 뭐 연착이 되고 항공편이 취소가 됐고 그 다음 날 일요일 날 네, 가위를 찾았다고 합니다.
Isn't that why they, tape it and then tie it to the store?
Yeah,
just
they should do
to
that.
make sure
Yeah,
that,
I'm
no one
sure.
takes it or it doesn't get
Absolutely.
lost.
Yes, indeed. 자, 첫 번째 표현을 보겠습니다. These scissors were misplaced.
Right, misplaced. So misplaced means temporarily lost, especially if it's put in a sort of an unaccustomed place or somewhere where it shouldn't be or in a forgotten place.
원래 있어야 할 자리에 없다는 뜻이에요. 그래서 가위가 없어졌다는 얘기입니다. The scissors were misplaced. 한 단어예요, misplaced. 다음에는 security lockdown이 이어졌죠.
Right, so lockdown, we heard this a lot during COVID.
did.
We were on lockdown. So lockdown means where, you can't move out of somewhere or you don't get access to an area. It's restricted and you're not able to move in or out. Security means, we're talking about the safety of a state or an organization against criminal activities such as terrorism, theft, espionage. So in this case, the airport security was in concern. So they had to make sure that everyone was safe. So they prevented people from going in and out or flights from going in and out by keeping everyone in the same place.
That's right. 보안 문제로 봉쇄했다는 의미로 security lockdown이 이어졌다라고 했습니다. 우리 청취자 남인숙 님이 better safe than sorry
Yeah.
하는데 정확히 그거예요. 네, better safe than sorry라는 게 그 sorry는 여기서 미안하다가 아니라 후회가 되는 일이란 뜻이거든요. 후회되는 일이 발생하는 것보다는 안전하게 천천히 하는 게 낫지. 바로 그겁니다. 그래서 안전하게 잘 찾아졌고요. 그 가위를 찾았고요. 그다음에 지금 이 상황은 일단락이 됐다고 합니다. 다시 한번 제가 헤드라인 읽어볼게요. A pair of misplaced scissors has sent a Japanese airport into a major security lockdown, leading to dozens of flight cancellations and delays. But this is now over, and this happened over the weekend.
With COVID-19 cases on the upswing, health authorities say the current summer COVID wave in Korea is expected to subside after it peaks around the end of the month.
코로나19 확진 사례가 늘고 있는 가운데 당국은 올여름 국내 유행이 이달 말 정점을 찍은 후 차츰 진정될 것으로 예상했습니다. COVID is spreading again, not just in Korea, but in America as well. And we're seeing this new wave.
Only those two countries?
Other countries
Oh,
too,
okay,
of course.
okay.
But,
The world exists
the world does
outside of
exist,
America, right?
Of course. But of course, you know, America being sort of the biggest representative country that we compare things to, no? Okay.
You can if you want. Yeah.
All right.
Not everyone does.
Okay, so it is spreading in other places
Yes.
too. Tell us about what's going on.
Well, according to the KDCA, as the headline mentions, they're predicting that the summer wave, as they're calling it here in Korea, will rise until the end of August. Then it will start to decline. The KDCA commissioner said that COVID-19's fatality rate is now similar to the seasonal flu, but there still is the need to protect old people. This was according to Commissioner Ji Young-mi. She said that the government will maintain a stable supply of COVID-19 treatments and test kits and will launch inoculation programs with vaccines that are effective against other recent variants, such as JN1 in October.
Inoculation being another word for vaccines.
Right.
Okay, so there's an upswing with COVID cases. Let's have a look at upswing.
Upswing means on the increase, on the rise, or trending upward. Something's on the upswing.
네.
You can talk about like if the economy is bouncing back, you could say it's on the upswing.
Indeed. 자, on the upswing 이렇게 표현을 하면은 슉 올라가고 있다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 그래서 무언가가 증가하고 있다는 뜻으로 여기서는 코로나 확진 사례가 계속 늘고 있다 이런 뜻인데요. However, in Korea, experts say this will subside after the end of this month.
So if something subsides, it decreases in strength or severity. A lot of times we'll talk about this with pain. So if you have a headache and you take some medicine, you have to wait for the pain to subside. Sometimes it takes a little while. It could also be if there's violence taking place somewhere, that will subside. And also it's used a lot for weather.
Yeah.
So you may wait for the rain to subside or the storm to subside. I think everybody here in Korea is waiting for the heat to subside.
그렇죠. 뭔가가 가라앉길 바랄 때 hope for something to subside. S-U-B-S-I-D-E. 그런데 이제 코로나 확진 사례가 8월 말쯤까지는 좀 증가하다가 거기서 정점을 찍고 내려갈 것으로 가라앉을 것으로 예상을 한다는 내용입니다. 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. With COVID-19 cases on the upswing, health authorities say the current summer COVID wave in Korea is expected to subside after it peaks around the end of the month. Let's move on to the next headline.
The government has decided to extend fuel tax cuts by 2 months until October in response to fluctuations in global oil prices amid heightened tensions in the Middle East.
정부는 중동 지역의 긴장 고조에 따른 국제 유가 변동 상황에 대응해 현 유류세 한시 인하 조치를 오는 10월까지 2달 더 연장하기로 결정했습니다. Tell us more.
Well, the Ministry of Economy and Finance announced yesterday that it will extend this tax cut on gasoline, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas, also known as LPG, until the end of October. The extension comes after this tax relief was initially set to expire on August 31st. So during this extended period now, the 20% tax cut on gasoline will remain in place, as well as the 30% tax cut on both diesel and LPG will also remain in place.
네, 그렇죠. 지금 유류세 인하가 된 것을 일단 2달 더 연장한다라는 내용인데요. One of the reasons for this is the fluctuation in global oil prices.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that a lot right now. So when something fluctuates, it continuously changes. If we're talking about prices or temperatures, it's usually just going up and down. You could also talk about fluctuations in a condition, like from one condition to another. So I think about maybe someone's mood, right? Someone might go from happy to sad to happy to sad. Their mood fluctuates.
그렇죠. 왔다 갔다 올랐다가 내려갔다 하는 것을 fluctuating 한다라고 합니다. 그래서 우리 주가 얘기할 때도 주가 변동이 너무 심할 때 올라갔다 내려갔다 할 때도 많이 쓰지만 지금은 이제 국제 유가 얘기입니다. 이거 역시 마찬가지로 오르락 내리락 하고 있기 때문에 because of the fluctuation in global oil prices, there's that unpredictability, I suppose you could say, and that's causing the government here in Korea to say, okay, for now, we're going to leave the current tax cuts as is. 그 다음에 heightened something.
Something is heightened, it's increased. So here we're talking about heightened tensions in the Middle East. So this means that there is more hostility taking place. I'm sure everyone's aware of the issues in Gaza and how it could spread to Lebanon, has spread to Lebanon,
Right.
and there's issues with Iran right now. So there is more hostilities and more anxiety that this could spread into a larger regional conflict.
자, 무언가가 고조될 때 heightened라고 표현을 할 수 있습니다. height 있잖아요. 우리 키 얘기할 때도 많이 쓰는데 heightened라고 하면은 높아졌다, 고조됐다. 그래서 긴장 상태를 heightened tensions in the Middle East라고 표현을 하고 있네요. 중동의 고조된 긴장 상황. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The government has decided to extend fuel tax cuts by 2 months until October in response to fluctuations in global oil prices amid heightened tensions in the Middle East.
Chinese scientists have warned that the Tibetan Plateau, which is the source of most of Asia's biggest rivers, may see more than half of its glaciers melting by the end of the century due to rapid global warming.
네. 21세기 말이 되면은 급속한 지구 온난화로 인해 아시아 대륙 주요 강들의 발원지인 티베트 고원의 빙하 절반 이상이 녹아 없어질 수도 있다고 중국 과학자들이 경고했습니다. Tell us more.
Well, over the past 5 decades, the plateau has witnessed rapid warming with a temperature increase of about 0.4 degrees Celsius every 10 years. That's more than double the global average warming rate during the past 5 decades. The scientists have also noted this. I thought this was quite interesting. They noted that due to global warming, the amount of grassland and forests have increased. Grassland by 6%, forest by 12% over the last 15 years, so not that long. However, so now they've said that this increased vegetation, it will help prevent desertification.
Right.
In
Which is the land becoming a desert.
It becoming a desert, right. But however, though, it will cause a shift in monsoon circulation. And this could result in more heavy rainfall during the summer and potentially increasing the frequency of extreme weather events in China. And I wondered if this could affect the weather in Korea as well.
I would
I'm
imagine,
sure it would, right?
Yeah, exactly. 자, 중국의 기후가 변한다라는 것은 아시아의 많은 나라에서도 역시 영향을 받을 수 있는 내용이 아니겠어요? And I guess that could affect the climate around the world too. I mean, Asia for sure, but I mean, you know, there's that sort of butterfly effect where if a country as big as China is seeing climate change to a big scale,
Right.
maybe it could affect other countries.
Well, it also says that this glacier is the source of many of the biggest rivers in Asia. So
Yes.
we know that can affect so many countries, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it would affect Nepal, possibly India, everyone around that area.
Definitely. Let's have a look at this expression here. You just mentioned that this Tibetan plateau is the source of most of Asia's biggest rivers. What's a source?
The source is where you get something. So this can be a person. Perhaps you get information or advice from a person.
Right.
Like Sue's an excellent source of advice. It can also be a place where you get something. So I think minerals or natural resources. And then things where we get like food. We get nutrients from
Sure.
food. So beef is a well-known source of protein.
그렇죠. 무엇의 원천이라는 의미가 될 수도 있습니다. 이 source of something, S-O-U-R-C-E. not S-A-U-C-E.
Sauce.
Yes, which sounds similar.
When you
but
pronounce it, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I just realized it sounds different in
Source,
the North
sauce.
American. 그러네요.
Yes. Tomatoes are an excellent source of sauce.
Yes.
Well, kind of. Not,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, exactly. 아, 그렇다. 네, 북미권 발음으로는 우리 뭐 토마토 소스 뭐 그런 이제 뭐 찍어 먹는 소스 할 때 그거는 sauce 이렇게 발음을 하기 때문에 발음 자체가 좀 다르네요. 근데 영국 영어로는 거의 똑같습니다. sauce and sauce. 아, 그래서 지금 말하는 소스는 무엇의 근원이나 원천이 되는 S-O-U-R-C-E 소스고요. Rapid, what does that mean?
Happening with great speed. Happening
okay.
very quickly. I'm
Yeah.
snapping my fingers there.
Yeah.
That's
That's
really
what you
rude thing to
do.
do. But bally, hey, hurry up. It's
yeah.
a rude thing, but you shouldn't do that. But
I think that's what people do in the West.
Yes.
Like in Eastern countries, we don't usually do that.
and people don't like it in the West either.
Oh,
If someone
okay.
snaps their fingers at you, it's like some teachers or bosses might do it. Like, hurry up, come on, let's get going. Snap. Or your parents might do it in the morning if you're too slow.
네,
What
네.
I think where people might see this word is, I'm sure many people in Seoul or other places in Korea take the SRT train.
Yep.
And that stands for super rapid train. It's fast.
그렇죠.
Very fast.
Rapid, 매우 빠르다라는 뜻이 되는데요. 서양 문화권에서는 이렇게 손을 딱딱거리면서 이렇게 빨리빨리 서둘러라는 의미로 하는 제스처예요. 근데 동양 문화권에서는 이렇게 잘 안 하는 것 같은데 서양에서는 해요. 물론 이거를 좋아하지 않습니다. 사람들이. 그래서 이렇게 딱 하면 기분이 참 좀 너무 재촉받는 느낌이 있긴 하지만 그래도 이런 제스처가 있다는 거 참고하시면 되겠습니다.
Sometimes people will say snap, snap.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
say it,
Same
right?
thing, yeah, exactly. All right, let me read this again. Chinese scientists have warned that the Tibetan Plateau, which is the source of most of Asia's biggest rivers, may see more than half of its glaciers melting by the end of the century due to rapid global warming. Here's our next headline.
The world's oldest known person, Maria Brañas Morera from Spain, who was born in the U.S. in 1907 and lived through 2 pandemics and 2 world wars, has died at the age of 117, according to her family.
1907년 미국에서 태어나 2번의 팬데믹과 2번의 세계대전을 겪으며 세계 최고령 할머니로 기록된 스페인의 마리아 브라냐스 모레라가 117세 나이로 세상을 떠났다고 가족들이 밝혔습니다. So she was born in America, but she moved to Spain at the age of 7, I believe.
I think that's
and
right, yeah.
that's why she is Spanish, as we're saying here. And she lived to the age of 117.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's sad, but I have some interesting quotes that I think can
Please,
make
do
people
tell.
feel a little bit better about it. So her family posted this on her X account. X is what Twitter is now.
Yeah.
I'm sure most people know that. They wrote that she died as she wished, in her sleep, peacefully, and without pain.
That's great.
And another thing was just days before her passing, I looked at her Twitter account. 19,000 followers. Apparently her daughter helped her with Twitter and she would use it quite a lot. So just days before her passing, she posted that she felt weak. This was all translated from Spanish, but the message was, she said, "The time is near. Don't cry. I don't like tears. And above all, don't suffer for me. Wherever I go, I will be happy."
울지 말아라.
I think that's just beautiful. You know, she felt it coming, and
Yeah.
she had all these followers, and
She did.
yeah, it was unbelievable. And she lived through the 1918 flu, the First and Second World Wars, Spain Civil War. On top of that, she got COVID-19 in 2020, just weeks after her 113th birthday, but she made a full recovery and lived another 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. 소셜 미디어도 굉장히 활발하게 했었고요. 물론 이제 자녀들이 많이 도와줬습니다만 팬데믹을 2번이나 겪었습니다. 지금 얘기해 주신 것처럼 가장 최근에는 이제 코비드 팬데믹도 있었지만 예전에 이제 20세기 초에 있었던 팬데믹도 역시 겪었습니다. 1918년이었죠. 그때 플루 팬데믹이 있었는데 그것도 역시 겪었고 그다음에 1차 세계대전, 2차 세계대전 역시 다 경험을 한 그런 할머니였는데 she said, as you said, you know, she was posting a lot of things on social media during her lifetime. And, you know, just a few days ago, she said, you know, I will miss things like drinking coffee. I feel like, my time is coming, as you said, and I'm
Right.
going to miss my pet. And so
Oh, wait,
she
what
was-
kind of pet did she have? Do you
I don't know. It just said I'm gonna miss drinking coffee, eating yogurt, and seeing my pet. So
She lived in a
maybe
nursing home.
dog,
Maybe
I
they
don't know.
have pets there.
Yeah, maybe. So and one of the secrets, I guess, to her longevity was to stay away from toxic people.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
She said, stress is what really makes you sick. And she said, I try to live with lots of positivity. I try to stay away from toxic people. I think, also very good genes. She said,
Yes, there's
thanks to my
definitely that
parents,
too.
But she said that was one of the secrets.
And her family said that she will always be remembered for her advice and her kindness.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so she was the oldest known person.
So when you see known like that, it means, so you'll hear a lot, maybe a known fact, or someone is a known criminal, someone is a known actor, for example. It means that people are aware of this person. They're known for that thing. They're somewhat famous or well known.
그렇죠. 알려져 있다라는 뜻인데요. K-N-O-W-N, known. 그러니까 알려진 사람 중에 가장 나이가 많은, 현존하는 가장 나이가 많은 할머니였습니다. Of course, there have been older people than her in the past, but of the people who were alive, she was the oldest known person, and she has passed. She lived through many things.
She sure did. So if you see that someone lived through something, like, you and I, we lived through the COVID pandemic.
We did.
We got through it.
Yep.
You lived during a particular event, usually something, dangerous or difficult. We don't usually, I lived through another party. You don't, unless it was a bad party that you didn't want to go to, right? But you use it for something negative. It's usually wars or
Something really hard.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Like I used to always ask my grandfather about World War II, but he really didn't want to talk about it, but I always tried to get information from him about it.
그래요. lived through something이라는 거는 정말 어려운 무언가를 겪었다는 뜻인데요. 그냥 단순한 거 가지고는 이 표현을 잘 쓰지 않고 전쟁이라든지 지금 얘기한 팬데믹이라든지 이런 것들을 겪었을 때 she lived through the war and a pandemic 이렇게 표현할 수 있는데 Morera 할머니 같은 경우는 she lived through 2 world wars and 2 pandemics. So wow, it's amazing.
Right, unbelievable. So she's so the oldest living person, known person now,
yeah.
is a Japanese woman, Tomiko Ituka.
Right.
She was born in 1908, so she's 116.
그렇습니다. 이제는 현존하는 최고령자는 토미코 이투카라고 하는 일본에 있는 she, I think.
I believe Tomiko. I think
yeah,
so.
I think so. 그래요. 일본 분입니다.
They do say women live longer than men.
They do say that, don't they? Yeah, absolutely. 자, 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. The world's oldest known person, Maria Brañas Morera from Spain, who was born in the US in 1907 and lived through 2 pandemics and 2 world wars, has died at the age of 117, according to her family. Now, let's move on to the final headline.
An online video in India showing a person peeling a piece of garlic with cement inside has gone viral as incidents of fake garlic being sold in vegetable markets are emerging across the country.
최근 가짜 마늘이 채소 시장에서 판매되는 일이 성행하는 인도에서 마늘의 껍질을 벗기자 시멘트로 만들어진 내용물이 드러나는 온라인 동영상이 큰 화제가 됐습니다. So I understand in India there's been reports of fake foods before, but this time it's fake garlic.
And the video is kind of crazy. You can just see someone's hands, and this person bought a bunch of bulbs of garlic, and
Yeah.
the one, it's natural garlic, all the cloves break apart, and then the second one, it's cement. It looks like
Yeah.
garlic and has like a white coating on it. And the assumption here is because prices of garlic have skyrocketed recently, and it's a very essential staple in Indian cooking.
Yep.
So their belief is that some vendors. So this was in Maharashtra state. Mumbai is in this state. They're believed to have been trying to take advantage of this situation by selling fake garlic.
그래요. 마늘 가격이 지금 상당히 많이 올랐고 수요는 늘 있죠. 인도 음식에 많이 들어가니까 그런 상황을 좀 악용한 것 같습니다. 그래서 이제 가짜 마늘이 판매가 됐다라는 소식이 퍼지고 있는데 이미 인도에는 뭐 fake saffron, fake honey, fake cheese 이런 것들이 이미
Fake cheese. Ugh.
그러니까요. 그런 게 많이 나왔대요. And obviously you need saffron for the curry and I guess like honey and cheese would be used in other Indian ingredients as well. But you know, now fake
Fake
garlic with cement in it. Oh my
Unbelievable. Well, it was
goodness.
actually like it is cement.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's just the cover is
yeah.
is garlic
white.
or looks like
It
garlic.
looks like garlic. It just
Yeah,
looks like
but
a bulb of garlic.
Exactly. The inside is just cement.
Our guess was that she probably bought a little bushel of a couple of bulbs
Yeah.
and then one of them was garlic.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
if someone buys 3 or 4, they actually only get 3 and the fourth one's
Could be. Still,
Cement, yeah.
you shouldn't have any of those.
No, not at
cement
all.
garlics.
Exactly.
자, 여기서 지금 garlic bulb라고 했습니다. bulb, B-U-L-B는 마늘 구근을 말해요. 그 마늘 한쪽은 garlic cloves라고 하거든요. 근데 그런 여러 개가 모아져 있는 거를 bulb라고 하죠. 우리 저기 형광등 예전 스타일 형광등을 보면은 그것도 light bulb라고 하잖아요. 그래서 그런 모양을 bulb라고 합니다. 자, 그러면 표현 좀 볼게요. The first expression to look at, is incident.
An incident is it's a happening. It's something that happened. It's a few different usage for this word. Actually, we don't have too much time, so I'll try to do it fairly quickly. But if you see incidents when it's pluralized, then that usually means there are several cases of the same thing has happened, like several incidents of violence or several incidents of I don't know, robbery or something like that,
Sure.
theft.
어떤 사건, 이런 일들이 일어났다. incidents라고 하고요. And something has emerged, meaning
It has come to light.
Yeah.
The information is now becoming known.
그래요. 무언가가 드러났다. 어떤 사건이 일어났다라는 뜻인데 가짜 음식이 인도 여기저기에서 보여지고 있는 상황을 묘사합니다. Here's the headline again. An online video in India showing a person peeling a piece of garlic with cement inside has gone viral as incidents of fake garlic being sold in vegetable markets are emerging across the country. All right, well, that's it for the headlines.